Unfortunately, whitetail season has come to an end. If you're like me, you've got piles of gear laying around all over your house, your vehicle, your deer lease, and so now you have to take all these things and organize them and put them away. So a few years ago, I started making use of plastic storage bins because I have a ton of different types of hunting gear for different situations, for warm weather hunting and early bow season, for late fall where it gets kind of cold but not really cold, and then winter time where it gets really cold in some states. I have gear for all of this. I also have archery equipment, have guns, supplies, all these different things. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about taking your most used hunting gear and some of the clothes and items you have, and then making a storage system or using a storage system to keep all these things where you can have them organized and then put them away so it's easy to access and easy to find everything when it's time to pull it back out and get ready for hunting season again. My name's John. Welcome to my channel. This channel has hunting, fishing, outdoor segments, cooking, RV trips, tips, DIY projects, and a myriad of other things. If you're into any of that, like and subscribe, and I'll share content as I'm able. So as I said in the opening of the video, we have a pile of gear that we have to store and put away. So what you're going to need for this is you're going to need, obviously, your gear. I find that it's best to take the gear and lay it out in the driveway or lay it out in some area where you can prioritize things and see what you have and then figure out how to put it away. You're also going to need some plastic storage bins and a system of where to store these storage bins. In my case, I have two places to store bins. I have the hang from the ceiling roof racks that you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's. I have two of those, and then I also built just a couple weeks ago, I built a shelving system out of 2x4s and plywood that goes on the back wall of my garage, where I keep a lot of bins and a lot of things for storage. Whichever system works for you. If you just get the bins and just stack them over in a corner, if you have the room to do that, then that's better than having gear just strewn around everywhere. I also talk about the Plano Trunks, which can take a large amount of gear and put into like a tool chest looking trunk. That's what I'm gonna store the majority of my commonly used hunting items in, and then some of the clothing items that I don't use all that much or I don't use as much, I'm going to put those in plastic bins. And then what I do also is I take a Sharpie and just write on the outside of it. That way when I put it away and it's up, I can look at it and reference what's in the bin without having to drag them out, open them up, dig through everything, and then put it back up, and then go on a treasure hunt to try to find my gear. So anyway, let's get started with the video, show you what I got, and show you what I did. So let's get a rundown of what all we have and what all we're trying to accomplish here. So this is the hunting gear that's just kind of laying around, taking up space in different parts of the garage. I use a system where I take bins and store them on shelves and up high and hanging racks on the roof. And then, as you can see, this is a travel bin. It's a Plano travel locker. These things are great. I'll do a review on that. But I've got camera arms, camera gear, accessories. That's my bag of trail cameras. I got 4 or 5 trail cameras in there. Some loose stuff. You know, this is my hunting pack that I used this year from Arctic. It was just a bag that I had, a gimme. It's more of a business bag, really. It's got a sleeve in there for a laptop and electronics and stuff like that. It's not a true outdoor bag. There's my old one. Same thing, not really an outdoor bag. And then I had a kind of a waist belt for some stuff too. So we got to take all this and shake it out, condense it down into storage, the storage system that I have with bins, and then we're going to put it up for the year. Probably some stuff I'll use for turkey hunting, or if I go on exotic hunt. You know, I can get to it easily and quickly and know where it is, and then, you know, pack it up and use it. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take all the small stuff and the little stuff and put it in. We use one of these ditty bags that works for like a compression sack or a sleeping bag or something like that. And I do this just to keep all the small little stuff in there. So we'll just take all of this and just dump this all in the ditty sack. This is everything that usually goes in multiple pockets in a hunting pack. Won't put this in there because it's too big and bulky, but we'll just lay this down in the Plano. Just cinch that up like that. Set it to the side. This bag is just a duffel, but it's got an ozone generator that's built into it. It's a Mossy Oak Eclipse. I got this at Walmart back last year. It was fairly inexpensive and it seems to work okay, but I usually just keep my hunting clothes in there, the ones that I use most often, and then I'll just run the ozone generator to get the scent control working. But I'll usually leave everything in this bag. So I'll just take the whole bag and set it in the Plano like that. This is a bow carrier from Primo's, like a bow sling. Works really well. I'll leave this in there like that too. And just slide and make some room. Now we'll take our zero trace, lay it in here like that. Charger accessories for the zero trace. Take my Vortex binos and put them in there like that. Then I'll take, this is a homemade camera arm that I made before I went on my rut trip to Indiana last year, and I'll set that in there as well. This is a monopod. Put that in there, and we will call that good for the Plano. And we'll just take this, latches together on all sides. Then it has rollers. Pick it up and move it. You can see the rollers there. That's done. So now we have these two. So these two bins will hold additional cold weather clothes that may not be camouflaged, but may just be layers that we can use not only for hunting but for work too. That just says cold weather clothes. So this has got that's a blanket. These are Carhartt Bibs. We've got some Realtree cold weather camo stuff in there, and then an additional down jacket and some really heavy duty gloves, and then a fleece loose pull over. So I'm gonna put this back. That's ready to go. So this one actually has hunting cold weather clothes. It says ghillie suit. So here we got more camo. Shirt, that's a heavy duty balaclava. There's another backpack which we don't need. Another monopod. Another vest which I'll pull out. And then just some sporadic stuff. So what we'll do is we'll take the ghillie suit, goes back in there. Got a vest. Balaclava, and then a blanket. This blanket, I cut a hole in it. You can put it on kind of like an overlayer. Coat, shirt, hunting vest. So now that's ready. Alright, so we got some ad hoc items left. This is trash. Threw that away. That one. This we're gonna keep. So we'll take this and put that in there. This is going to go inside this bin. This can stand alone because it's got cameras in it, and I'll take that. This goes in there. This sits out because it's bulky. Then we just have our bow case and our quiver. So that's pretty much it, and this will go up in storage. So there you have it. Pretty basic. Good way to spend a Saturday morning. An hour, 2 hours if you have the time. It's always good to kind of get an inventory of all the gear that you have, the state that it's in, and if you're like me, you run across opportunities to say I can upgrade and get a better grunt call, or I could get some updated camo, or I really want this or really want that. And so it's a good chance to kind of take some notes and then prepare and budget for the upcoming season. And you can get some things off peak in the summer. And in different times of the year where it's not hunting season, you may find some deals. Anyway, hope the video helped. Hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much.